For season after season, we've struggled to beat them. We're on the road, and we're taking on the Bengal Raptors, our biggest rival yet. Hello everyone, and welcome back along to Global Rugby Manager, where today the Invercargill Invaders hit the road to take on the Bengal Raptors. This is a team that we have faced so many times in the past few seasons, but we just can't get the W against these guys. Today, I'm hoping may well be that day. We've got the biggest chance I think we've had in a long time with the change of our strategy, the change of our team, the youth, the exuberance coming into our team. So we'll see if we're up to the cookies here today against the Raptors. Of course, it is on the road as well, which is going to be really interesting. If anything, we need the boost of being the home team in this one, but we are going to be tested fully against these Raptors. If you tuned into the last few episodes, you'll know the situation of our team. Midfielders, we're getting hammered there with injuries, but hopefully we can get the best like we did last week out of that man that just kicked it. Matt Ward at 12 has been a phenomenon, and I think he is the key to our successful season this season as well. He was extraordinary last round, and I'm expecting more of the same from him again tonight against the Raptors. We've looked to slightly tweak our strategy as well. Maybe a little bit more attacking and a little bit less going for those drop goals. We'll see how we play out as this game wears on, and it's going to be one of those seasons, I think, where we just tweak as we go. It's a bit of a to and fro early on with the ball flying off the boot both which ways as Hirayama offloads nicely to McQueen, and that's what the Raptors can do very easily. They can turn a nothing chance into a big opportunity, as both sides have been pretty happy to kick early, but it's the first time we've seen a team here starting to actually try and run the ball, and it is, of course, the Raptors that are doing it. Taylor with a hit up over the halfway line, and now they go away to Williams, who does indeed kick high as well. Snow coming down on Bartwali Gossard, and he's found his old mate, Phil Muhammad, in the number 11 jumper to set it up just outside of 22. Now it's away to Matt Ward. I mean, Matt Ward does all the kicking in this team. Simon Fander is at 10, but Matt Ward takes on that role perfectly at 12, which is just awesome to see, because it gives us that depth of not having one player we need to rely on for kicking. I think when Griffith Watschek comes back from injury, we will see the possibility of him moving to 13 as we almost lose the ball there inside our own 22. And there's also the possibility as well next round that we will see Edward Jenkins starting in that number 9 jumper in the place of Carrots Garrity. Jenkins is going from strength to strength above Carrots, but we'll have a look more at that after today's matchup. But for now though, the Raptors are sealing into this game a little bit better than us as Carrots kicks perfectly. A nice box kick, finding touch on the bounce. Nothing that Hirayama can do about that one. A few minutes in already as the overthrown line out beats everyone. Beautifully taken, Chris Williams. Now we look to attack out wide, winger to winger, as we make our way into the Raptors half. Big chance here with the Invaders. Sideways running, an inside pass for strong running Sam Cooper. Off the offload from Karaskerity. Phil Muhammad's been down for quite some time as there's a chance down kick from Carter Jones, who is back today in the number 13 jumper, of course, because we've got injuries to Watschek, injuries to Patel. I think that's all we've got. Now, Palmer's okay, so Palmer has come straight back in. So it's all happening. I tell you what, injury central is the Invaders team at the moment. There's some good kicking. Does get us in a good spot, but a strong run straight back from Harris puts the Raptors back in that halfway sort of position. It's now look to swing it. Hirayama up in the line. They charge it, and we've got an injury already. It's not ours, though. We'll watch that in interest as Kamara strives straight through. They've got a man out. Injury to the Raptors. Really sorry about that one. Didn't mean to hurt anyone. Who is it that's actually injured? It's their open side flanker. So that's going to be interesting to see how they adapt, losing their big number 7. Deepest apologies. No one likes to see anyone get injured. Here he is, the injured player. Good pass from him too. Finding Nellett. And on this right side attack, it is the Raptors who look more likely to be the first team to make inroads as they Flat pass and get the numbers out wide too. Karras makes a good tackle. Clark carries on. They get it behind Williams. One to beat. But Gossard is equal to the task. And we turn it over. Good work, boys. Let's clear our lines and let's move on to the next highlight of this matchup. Once again, Matt Ward, he is the man. He has taken that role of kicking to touch perfectly on his shoulders, which is really nice to see. And hopefully we can shut these Raptors down as they once again attack nicely. Big tackle there. Absolute cruncher on the Raptors as they look to slither their way through. That's a big round there from Kennedy and knocked on as well. It'll be picked up by the Invaders and Gossard has a little bit of a scamper. We see a big one-off play there from Bucko. Matt Ward was playing scrum half here. Now looks like Simon Fan is doing it as well. Sam Cooper down this left edge. He's surely close to touch, but not called by the referee as it's a bit messy. His advantage over it is. That's a bit of a concern because look where we are. Matt, kick it. Box kick it. I don't care what you do. Louis Pacella has a hit up as well. Matt, just kick it. Simon Fander does it instead. And we have gone nicely along down to Hirayama. And this probably will be a decent chance now to move on to the next highlight of the matchup. 6 minutes in, it is the Invaders struggling their way through. And we've just conceded a penalty as well. But the Raptors, they look tops and we are struggling. Well, it's amazing what a penalty or two can do for a team's confidence as there is an overthrown line now beautifully picked up by Duplessis. Now we fire it out wide, quick hands, get it eventually out to Phil Muhammad. He's got a little work to do here. Phil, he bundles way through a couple of tackles. Yes, mistakes by the Raptors has got us right here. Matt Ward, drop goal, 3 points incoming, you better believe it. Matt Ward puts us up 3-0. And after 20 minutes of a stalemate game of rugby, we've finally got some points on the board. It is Matt Ward in the 12 jumper, pulling the strings here against the Raptors. We got the lead, and, well, what else could you want? It is good start Invaders at the moment, as our kicking game and our good defence is holding the Raptors out so far. So good. 3 points to nil, a drop goal. I will take it. I'll tell you one thing, it's really exciting about how the Invaders are playing here. That is a turnover line out, I have to say. But our kicking for territory is finding space all over the place. Here is another one. We were at 5 meters out from our own line just before. Now we are charging up with a big chance to turnover. Big ball. Here's Bucko. Bucko charges over. Oh, the big boys are doing the job. And the Invaders lead 8-0. Kick to come from Simon Fander. But wow! 1 minute ago, we were 5 meters from our own line. We've kicked for touch, turned over the line out, then got a big kick away, pressure on the chase, turned over the ruck, and we are now at a 10-point lead over the Raptors. We are looking so good at the moment. I hope we can keep this up. That is a big pass wide. It's not got an advantage to the Invaders. I thought it might have been a forward pass there, getting it out to his left-hand edge as we near the half-an-hour mark of the first half. We are looking in fine touch here. Kicking well, finding grass, doing everything right at the moment. We need to keep the ball out of Hirayama's hands, though, if we can. Gossard, what's he going to do? He finds Carrots, who charges the angle. One offload. Phil Muhammad, he's beaten everyone. One more to go. Phil Oz about breaks all the way through himself. Just caught behind. And that could have been a huge blow. Here's Gossard slipping away. Thomas, it is, not Sam Cooper. It's Alexander Thomas. And the Invaders now with an offside penalty advantage. Away to Simon Fander. We won't take the tee. We'll just take the 3. Another job goal. The Invaders are up 13-0. Wow. What a game this has been. 13-0 after half an hour against the Bangor Raptors. Magical stuff so far. Big charging run there from Kennedy. Goes rollicking over the top of Phil Muhammad. And we are in a fine spot at the moment as there was a troublesome run there from Perry, the replacement flanker. Has put a foot in touch. Has that line out. Well, that's been taken in the back from Louis Pacella. He jumped when he wasn't even the jumper. Great take from Louis. Here we go to Simon Fander. Gets a bit of a rush kick away, but easy. Finds it over the half. And gets a good bit of territory off for the Invaders as well. Pressure now on the line out for the Raptors. They do very, very well. And they running nicely. Good lines, but we're shutting it down. Now they go high. Kamara, pressure here on Carter Jones. Ambling on back, but he diffuses beautifully well. We take it in. Let's get this downfield, boys. Gossard, box kick. That's what I like to see. We're travelling nicely now. It's 13-0. That's right, 13-0. I'm loving things. And we got the turnover as well. What else could possibly get any better? McQueen ticks it up. It's a turnover of a loose ball. I should have said that. Of course, it can get better. We could be up 50-0 by now. Here come the Raptors. Can they put a try away? Or will we be able to defuse this one as well? Through the backs, Huriyama skips out of one. That's a forward pass. Yes, we've done it, boys. 13-0. Let's move on. Well, the kicking duel has been a highlight of this matchup. Both teams thumping the ball end to end. And it seems to be in no sight of the end as well as we near our way towards halftime. 36 minutes almost gone. Here as the Invaders do decide now that we will take a bit of a rumble up the field. Carrots is slow to the ball, but gets there eventually. Matt Ward has been magical. Fired pass out wide, and now it's Phil Muhammad skipping through them. Louis Pichella wants to beat Louis. Oh, the offload to Carter Jones, and Carter Jones will score. Yes, he does. He's got the pace just enough to get away from the cover defence. It is 18-0. We are smashing the Raptors at the moment. The conversion, beautiful. Mwah! From Simon Fowler Duplessis. We are in tip-top form at the moment. The change of strategy has been magical for our boys. Almost a half-time. We'll play out the last minute and a bit, I think. 3 kicking options in our halves, in our midfield. 10, 12, 13 can all kick very well. And that has been just playing beautifully into the hands of how we do play as a team now. Getting out of our own territory, hitting our opponents back, and taking that to our advantage because, remember, we have such great depth in fly halves. And, of course, with Carter Jones, and another turnover. Oh, the forwards are playing a game of their lives. There's no one back as well, which makes this kick even better from Matt Ward. Just about charged down on O'Brien there. He goes high, chasing back there. Matt Ward has been phenomenal. And we're making use of our best players. Remember that Matt Ward and Simon Fowler. Here's Carter Jones with another slicing run. Those two guys are in the mid-90s rated. Our midfield players are only around the low 80s, especially Patel. Here is Muhammad getting around the outside. Another big chance for the Invaders, but goes to the touch. And that surely, will that be halftime? It will indeed be halftime. It is 20 points to 0. We are playing our best rugby here against the Bengal Raptors, and so far so good. It is hugely satisfying to be in this position. Well, there is one thing you need to learn about the Bengal Raptors. If we haven't seen them play yet, if you're new to the series, you cannot take this team for granted. And here they are with their first real big chance inside the 22 to put some points on the board. And you know what they're going to do? Straight through goes Nellett. And the first try for the Raptors is scored just the second minute into the second half. And that is what I've expected all along. How we got out to 20 points to 0, I don't know. But if they're going to do it in sevens, which they have, Williams with a great kick as well, we need them to miss a conversion, or we need to get another penalty or something to just get outside that 3-try sort of scoreline. So it's going to be a nervous second half, but at the moment we still lead by 13 points, which is just, that's out in the full. Bartoloni, that's out in the full! You absolute idiots. That's a huge mistake as well, because that puts the Raptors right back on the attack, and a good line out of the back too, finds Ryan. And they're going nowhere though, we diffuse them all very well. Held up, down to ground he goes, and sometimes we get good turnovers from that too. Big tackle on Tomos, and there's Slabbert hard and Clark. Oh, they go thundering into the 22 now. Let's D up, boys. Let's put in those big hits. For Sierra, they come out wide. O'Brien can't get away. Good tackle, Chris Williams. Keep it tight, boys. Don't let him through there. Clark is going to go in, another try. Oh, the Raptors have got 2 in the space of 4 minutes. Tyrone Clark scores the big loose head prop. We talked about how impactful he was. And the conversion is over as well. Oh dear, you know what? This is We worked so hard for that 20-point lead, and so quickly it's almost been wiped out. One more converted try, and the Raptors could lead after our toil in the first half to get ourselves up to 20-0. 20-0! And we're going to lose that ball as well. Well, we've done very well there on Gossard. Our ball retention, much better. Our forward play, much better. We're scoring points, much better. Defensively, much better. Although that little lapse there, I hope doesn't cost us, but it's looking awfully likely it may well do. We're quick to the rucks. Our back row and our forward pack are playing very well. I mean, I'm pleased with what I'm seeing, although to beat the Raptors is almost mission impossible. But we are once again competing with them, which I think is the most important thing for us. Is a great run there from Alexander Thomas. Sets it up for a very deep backline play here. Are we going to use it though? Are we going to go short? No, Chris is going to run. Pops it off nicely to Zangetti, who's charging off through, and another good run there from Zangetti. Gets us close. Fired out and a drop goal! Matt Ward, we need this man! Oh, Matt! Oh, we needed that. Oh, we needed that. That's game deciding right there. That really is. We need to do another one, boys. Come on, get back in that position. Put over 3. We need to get back in that spot. 47 minutes only. Although I still think there's still a lot of water to go under this bridge before this one is over. 20 points to 14. The Raptors right back in this game. But we've just missed a golden chance to make them need to score twice. Matt Ward, oh, he brings us such a different dimension to this team. And it is so exciting to see that 10-12 of those great youth players about 3-4 seasons ago, Matt Ward, Simon Duplessis, they are the Invaders' golden generation in those positions. So it's been about half an hour since I saw you guys last. We are in the 72nd minute, and look at where the Raptors are, coming straight through. Barry, Perry, whatever his name is, he's in the 22 and he's almost over. They're charging close. Oh no! I can see this victory being clawed from our grasp right now. Kamara goes away. Knight, the big hands. Oh, the numbers are all there. And the try is scored from Willie John Carter. The conversion to take the lead. It's way out on the right-hand side. Steps up, strikes it. It's good. It is good, and we trail by 1 point. With 6.5 to play, you know what we're going to do right now? Oh, big tackle, Carter Jones. We're going to watch the rest of the match because that's how tight this one is. I'm sorry to say, a losing bonus point does not do enough for us. We have been far better than that tonight against the Raptors. But this is, like I said at the start, the team we just can't beat. But this is our chance to do the job, to get rid of that stigma against the Raptors. Can we do it? Can we finish it? Or will we get smashed? I mean, we concede again. We won't even get the bonus point. So, a lot on the line right here. We haven't scored in the second half. They didn't score in the first. We were 2 tries, 2 penalties. They've been 3 converted tries. So, what a contrast of style. What a contrast of play. Neither team probably deserves to win. We were amazing in the first half. They've been amazing in the second. But who will have their final say of points? Or will we even get one? Because time is ticking on by. If we can get close... That was a great move there from Matt Ward. Out wide to Louis Pichella. Pass Pichella. You got man on the outside. Was Phil Muhammad. We're back to the 22. Can we set up for a drop goal? Can we get a penalty? Can we get something, Gossard? Oh, we've lost the ball. We've lost the ball. That's game, set, match. Or will they kick? They will kick, and it's average as well. It's a pretty poor one. Doesn't even get them to the 10-metre line. There's another chance here for the Invaders with less than 5 to play. Pretty much 4 minutes now, setting up the line out to play. They go to the back, and it's nicely, oh, Matt Ward filtered through the backs. Oh, I just like how we're playing now. You know what I'm not seeing, though, is enough. That's a good run from Josh Evans. Powerful, gets rid of a defender. I'm not seeing enough from this man, Bartolomé Gossard. Nothing there, was there? And with such young talent on the bench waiting, I don't know if it's going to be too much longer before we start to see those young guys like Albert Just and Tane, whatever his long name is going to be coming into the team. Here's Carter Jones. He's broken them again. Up towards the 22. Good bust there from Carter Jones. 2021, I don't believe it. Remember Matt Ward missed that penalty about, oh no, it was about 45 minutes. Oh, no, sorry, not a penalty, a drop goal. That could have been, we could have been sitting here. Is that knocked on? No, he's hung on. Louis Pichella, good work. That could have been the difference here. We could have been sitting here looking. Is he in touch? No, he's okay. We could have been on a 23-21 lead with the ball. Where is Carrots going? He's just lost 5 metres. Carrots. He's gone next week, by the way. Carrots. Jenkins is in. Jenkins is in. Here's a run from Bucko. Strong carry from Andre Bucko. That's what we want to see. More of that. Get to that 22. Take the drop goal. That's what. Here's a bit of room on the short side. Oh, it's Simon Thandor wanting your pass. It's Chris Williams. Oh, you idiots. That was a try right there. Chris Williams has speed. He is lining. He's a winger. You know, I've actually slowed. I'll put it on slow mode. We'll go on. I've smashed the spacebar. Sorry, spacebar. It's kicked away. We've got not long to go. 2.5 minutes to play. Gossard needs something special. Bart Smoley. He's only found it inside to Matt Ward. We're not going to kick, I don't think, are we? No, but we could fire it out to the wing here. It's Phil Muhammad. Is it forward? No, Phil tries to step inside. Can't get away with it. It's held up nicely. Just an hour and a half. Slightly again. Here is Sam Cooper. Just about on halfway. We just can't get close enough. What was that? Was that actually attempted or was that charged down? Either way, it's poor. Basketball is there. No one's back. No one's back. Hello. No one. Oh, no. Someone is back. Phil. Great work, Phil Muhammad. Thank you for that. Spins, turns, twirls. Oh, he's dropped the ball, but we've picked it up again. Time is running out. Here, guys. Time is running out. Carter Jones will kick. It's going to go out in the full, is it? No, it's well held. Nicely in the back. Hirayama does it brilliantly. We can't play the kicking game because, obviously, we're trailing. That's the downside. There's a little chip and chase over the top. Oh, that was almost brilliant from Phil Muhammad. He's knocked it on. That could have been it. That really could have been it. A minute of magic. Was actually knocked on by them. A scrum penalty? No. Cooper running. Sam Cooper, great run. Brilliant run. Offload. Not quite. We're there. We're almost to the 22 and Vandermeer is in touch. Oh, that's 80 minutes as well. Oh, that was a crappy final play. Nallin picks up man of the match. And we've lost by 1. 1 point loss to the enemy. Bangor Raptors. The ultimate in Invaders defenders. Unbelievable. I don't believe how. Oh, so many questions. Not enough answers. As there is the early penalty miss. Oh, 1 point against the Raptors. 1 point against the team I would have loved to beat more than anyone. We've not done it. Oh, how close was that? How tight was that? 21-20. That was our game to win. We did them on possession. At first half, we were amazing. If only we could have scored something in the second, we would have won the game. That drop goal from Matt Ward. A slither past the outside of left-hand uprights. Oh, wow, what could have been. What could have been that famous victory over the Raptors. You know what? You know what? Semi-finals. Invaders. Raptors. We repay the favour. That is what we are going to do because we're making the finals this year and we are going to beat the Bangor Raptors and make our way into this big dance, the ultimate showdown, the grand final, but that is a few weeks away. First task now, we're going to lose in bonus points, we get 1, we go with it. But we are playing a lot better rugby than we've seen from the Invaders in a few seasons now. We're playing with our strength, which is our forwards. We're getting some opportunities, we're putting them away, we're accumulating points, we are doing good work. And that is all you could hope for. Penalties conceded, just 2. We would normally concede 8 to 12 penalties in a game, just 2. We had a lot of attacking rucks. We missed less tackles, 29-23. I mean, they're still pretty poor, but a lot better by the Invaders. We were the better team here tonight, but we just couldn't score in the second half to put this game to bed. We had that little 5-minute lapse after halftime, which cost us conceding 2 tries, and ultimately, that was the death of this match here against the Raptors. I've got to applaud the team though. I thought we played really, really well. We stole 3 lineouts. Our scrum, I don't think you've seen a scrum, but it was rock solid. Really, really good at the scrum. All in all, I think we played really, really well. We're kicking a lot more now, giving them the lineouts, but we're attacking the lineouts, and now with Marcus Palmer in the team, we really can attack those lineouts. So we're looking brilliant. We're looking in good shape. Yes, we lost here tonight by 1 point, but the Raptors are a bit of a benchmark for us, and if we get that 1 more point to beat them, or 2, we could be well on track for our best season in a number of years. Let's see how we played. Did anyone get injured? I don't think so. Yeah, injury-free week. Woo! Brilliant. Now, what I'm disappointed by, we'll start at the back. Bartamoli. I'm not getting the best out of Bartamoli Gossard. 47 runs, 141 metres. So he made an average of about 3 metres. Oh, exactly 3 metres per run. Not good enough, I'm sorry, Bartamoli. We need more out of you. You're one of our big attacking outlets. You need to be beating more than 2 defenders. This is what you need. 4, 5, 7. That is what we need from Bartamoli. He's not at his best at the moment, which is a real shame because he can be a difference maker. At 31, not enough from him. Our other outside backs, Phil Muhammad played a very tidy 43. He was impactful. He beat defenders, although he played quite nicely. And on the other side, Chris Williams, 37. We just don't have that really, really big ultimate finisher on the other side. Yes, Phil is brilliant, but Chris Williams is fast, but he's not that game breaker. Midfield, oh, brilliant. Weren't they just outstanding? Matt Ward, such a revelation. Played at 38, but his ability to kick for touch and kick for territory has evolved this team and really complemented his similar age or same age player, Simon Van der Duplessis. Those guys are like brothers, coming together, train together. They are progressing together, and I think they are both key to this team. Matt Ward, number 12, that is yours for the season. Washchek will come back as a 13, despite being a 12 himself. Carter Jones, as a replacement, looks tidy enough in that jumper. Speaking of Simon Vander, he played solid at 44, and like I said in the previous part of the match, Carrots is gone. We're going to see Edward Jenkins in that number 9 jumper next episode. We'll have a look at the team before we wrap up today's matchup. Sam Cooper, what did he do? A 39, decent. Louis Pichello, 48, decent. Josh Evans, though, having his best year in an Invaders jumper. Maybe you could reconsider that retirement, playing a 59. Brilliant from him as well. Kai Penning and Lucas Angedi, a 50 and a 40. We'll have Marcus Palmer back next match, I think. Then we had Alexander Thomas building, but a 30 for him. Babako, brilliant, 42 and 45 for him. And Blaine Van der Merwe, both were outstanding. So the Invaders, I think, playing really, really good rugby. I'm excited by it, and I think we can achieve really good things playing this sort of style. We'll keep tweaking the strategy, but I think we're in a pretty good spot. Alrighty, team, so let's have a look at where we sit on the table, where we sit everywhere about this team at the moment. We have made big changes this season, and I think it's kind of reflecting in how we are playing. 2 wins, 2 losses. Yes, we lost to the Cape Town Venom, but let's be honest, who hasn't lost to the Cape Town Venom this season? But we still look in good position. I think 6th, not our greatest, but we really want to attack that 3rd, 4th spot, and I think we can take out the Bengal Raptors if we meet them again. This week we are at home against the Canterbury Cobras, who normally I thought were a pretty average side, but 4 games, 4 wins, and 3 bonus points. They are right up there with the Venom on 19 points as well. So they are going to be tough, but we are at home and we are confident. So I am kind of interested to see how we go against these Cobras. So confidence is high. If we were playing the Venom, I'll be like, nah, but the Cobras, we can take them because I feel we can take the Raptors as well. The season is going to be really interesting. We've still got to play teams like the Boars down here, the Force and the Werewolves, teams who are struggling. We are going to get wins against them. The only big one we had was round 1 against the London Force, who are, where are they? They're gone. Of course they are. So, oh, there they go. No, they're not gone. What am I talking about? Okay, we've played the London Force. We've still got to play the Boars and the Werewolves. And the Zulu aren't playing too well either. The Memphis Blues, we beat them, and they've got an even record of us, a better points differential, however. So, a lot to digest here. We are changing the way we're playing, and I think we are better for it. Looking through the rest of the season, round 6, we play the Zulu. Then we have the Tigers, who are 4th. Big match against Sento's team. Then we face the Werewolves, should be a good win. Then we face the Boars. Oh, that could be a great way to finish the season. Against last and then third last. And then, well, we've got the Zulu in there as well. So we have a big game here against the Cobras. And then probably the big game will be against the Tigers. And then we could have plain sailing of victories. If we can get one or two upsets there, well, one upset, beat the Tigers, beat the Cobras, unlikely, beat the Tigers, beat the Zulu, beat the Boars, beat the Werewolves, bang! We could be in a really strong position, whilst the other top sides could have to clash with each other. Raptors and the Blues, great. Venom, Cobras, yes! See, we've got our fixtures list the right way around. We just need to sort out, well, winning. That's the main thing. Let's have a look at how we look here. We can see more players have sold. We see a couple of guys here, 132.5k and pretty much 75k for another player there as well. We'll have a look at who they are in a minute, but we can see financially we are looking good, and we've still got players to sell as well. So maybe some guys will be just released. Some guys will be just left on and see how they go. So we'll look at that end of the season and see how we go for that. But who has been sold? Let's have a look at who. And of course, we've got some injuries back as well, which I will fix up into the team. Right, player sale, round 4. Lafayette Collett, gone. Absolutely gone. And Porter de Prez, I feel sorry for the guy. He has been a great player, he's been around for a long time, but just never been good enough for the first team. So those two guys who hardly played are gone. Made about 200k from them. And you know what? Pretty happy about that as well. Injury recovery. So Marcus Palmer back. He was a 1 week injury. And Haidar Patel is back. But I don't think... Maybe we'll play Haidar Patel at 13. I've made some tweaks to the team already, which you can have a look at right now. So the front row is going to be the same. Blaine van der Merwe, Andre Bucko, and Alexander Thomas. Those guys are sorted, although... Have a look at what not Mark Collis is doing, but it's one of these other big guys here. Gabriel Russell is one who is coming along very, very nicely. And also, more so, is Johannes Owen, who is absolutely killing it, up to an 86 rating already, and training very, very fast. He is pushing Mark Collis on the bench here, who's probably going to be saying goodbye to the team very, very soon. A bit of a veteran around here as well. 70 matches in an Invaders shirt. But boy, front row stocks, we look super deep and super strong. Marcus Palmer back in the team now. He'll partner Kai Penny in the second row of youth. Then we've got, of course, Josh Evans, Louis Pichella, and the big man Sam Cooper at number 8. Moving into the backs, yes, you can see here, Edward Jenkins will get a start. His first appearance in an Invaders shirt. This guy's a little bit faster. He's a little bit better passer. He's just a little bit more polished in those key areas than Carrots, and he's a bit better of a faster trainer as well. So Carrots will be out, and we'll see our first look of Edward Jenkins, or we just call him Ed Jenkins. Why not? That sounds better. Into the rest of the backs, of course, Simon Vander will stay at 10, Matt Ward will stay at 12, and Haidar Patel will come back in at 13. So Patel is only just slightly worse than Carter Jones, but I think more of a 13 as a player, more of that robust tackle beater sort of player, runner, try scorer player than a Carter Jones, who is a creator. So we've got enough creation here with Simon Vander and Matt Ward. We need finishers to go alongside Phil Muhammad, who will be on the left wing, Chris Williams on the right, and Bartamati Gossard at fullback to complete the teams. We are looking, though, I think, in really, really good shape this season. And that is pretty much today's episode done and dusted. A lot to digest, a lot to think about, but we are on the right track, I think. We had a bit of a clean up this season on the way we play and how we get the job done, which is pretty fun stuff. And to see the results is pretty pleasing as well. That is it from me today, though, folks. Thanks for tuning and watching. Hope you enjoyed today's episode and the really thrilling matchup against our arch nemesis, the Bangor Raptors. I'll be back again with our next match, who I've forgotten is against already. Who is it against? Oh, the Canterbury Cobras. Unbeaten so far, Sam Johnson. We're coming for you, and I'll see you for that one next week. Until then, though, big thanks for watching, and of course, big thanks to the guys at GRM for supporting the videos on the channel. I'll be back in with more from the Cobras game. Until then, though, thanks for watching, and I'll take care.